It's Championship Sunday here in Chicago, Illinois, as we get set to crown the first of three champions across the baseball and softball divisions here at the 2024 MLB Nike RBI Central Regional Tournament. Today we start with the junior baseball division. It's Chicago White Sox Nike RBI and Indianapolis Nike RBI. He's James Winkin. I'm Captain Later. Thanks for stopping by. And James, these two teams went 4-0 for Chicago and 3-1 for Indianapolis, and they scored a lot of runs. They combined for 93 runs scored across the four pool play games. We expect more of the same today.
Yeah, definitely expecting more of the same today. One team is going to have some give, but there's some heavy hitters on both sides. So it's all going to be in that pitching staff, and it's going to be a very difficult time for them as they're able to talk things over with their coaches and have to find their ways in order to stop the leakage of how many runs have been given up on both sides.
The White Sox junior team has won this regional each of the last 2 years it's been here in Chicago. They like to go for the three-peat. We'll step aside for a moment. We'll be right back with First Pitch here on the Windy City Sports Network. We welcome you back to Curtis Granderson Stadium here on this Sunday morning. Kevin Malater and James Winkin.
Players, please come to the foul line.
As after the players warmed up, they're going to do the national anthem. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We welcome you back now. It's time to play some ball here from Curtis Granderson Stadium. Championship Sunday. First of 2 games here on the baseball side. The softball championship game coming up at 10 a.m. Central Time. First year program, Gary getting in that one. I'll be on WCSN2. Jacob Schwartz will lead things off against Josiah Patterson of White Sox Nike RBI. And the title game is underway with a first pitch breaking ball that misses down and out. Schwartz is the pitcher today for Indy Nike RBI, a program that went 3-1 through pool play. Schwartz takes a fastball. It's in there for a strike as the pitcher tries to help himself off. I can only remember the big league equivalent of a pitcher leading off would be Shohei Ohtani as the 1-1 comes in and misses down and out.
Yeah, it's kind of rare to see a pitcher usually lead off, especially in the championship game, but that's what Indianapolis has decided to do here, and they're trusting their gut with so many heavy hitters on their roster as well as with the Chicago White Sox roster as well. So there's going to be some give way on the pitching staff.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. Patterson ready, he fires. Fouls it off the end of the bat. Schwartz just got a piece of that breaking ball.
And Schwartz able to fight off Patterson right there. He's really good at that plate. Able to keep himself in battle.
Here's the 2-2. Swing a pop-up, fouled back. Two. In there, got him.
Really great piece of work there by Patterson as he's just able to just blow it on by. Get the strikeout.
Gabriel Darte will step on up. He's the second baseman for Indy. Like we said, they went 3-1 through pool play. They scored 42 runs in their 4 games. Their lone loss in pool play came at the hands of the host, the Cubs Nike RBI team, on Friday, where they lost 6-1. Other than that, it was domination in all of their wins. This is high. It goes to a 2-1 count to the second baseman for Indianapolis.
Yeah, some smooth sailing for Indy other than that loss to the Cubs as they just keep mashing the ball.
That's up the middle and through for a base hit. Rodarte has the game's opening knock. A single back up the middle.
Good slap shot back up the middle by Rodarte right there. He's able to cruise into first base.
Celebrating Caden Kendall. He's in left field today. Six foot two, 180-pound infield outfield combo player out of Anderson High School in Anderson, Indiana. Class of 2026 as he takes a strike. Patterson comes set long hold and a jump throw back to first. Safe in there is Rodarte. Porterfield there at first. The White Sox Nike RBI defense in the outfield. Colbreth, Ochoa, and Scott from left to right. Jones and Ragsdale have the left side. Watson, Porterfield on the right side. With the catching being done this morning by Miles Broom, who did a nice job blocking that ball on a pitch in the dirt that Kendall gave a right at, and it's 0-2. Long hold, 0-2. Another pitch that never challenged the zone. Another good block there from Broom. And Kendall stays alive.
As delivery by Patterson, he has a lot of time to hold the ball. He switches up his pitches here and there, able to mess with the rhythm of the runner on base.
Little check swing, and it's popped out of play to the left side. Still 1-2, 1 out, runner on first here. We're in the top of the first of the Junior Baseball Division Championship game. It's a doubleheader between the junior and senior programs of Indianapolis and Chicago, as both programs reach in the final, and the respective teams also share the same records. Both Sox programs combined to go 8-0. 6-2 combined record for the Indy programs. It's 3-1 a pop and 4-0 a pop. Laced back up the middle. Ochoa charges. He dives and he makes a great catch. Ochoa out there taking away a base hit from Caden Kendall, and there's 2 down in the first.
What an amazing grab by Ochoa there, as he has to wait for the ball just to die a little bit. He charges in, makes an amazing diving play. Able to rob Indy of another hit.
So 2 outs in the run on first. Here Cole Roberts, the catcher. Big cut there, 0-1. And they're 0-2. Good breaking ball there from Patterson.
Yeah, Patterson has everything working for him so far. A lot of pitches in the zone, breaking balls, fastballs. Definitely hittable for this Indy team, but I mean, they've been struggling a little bit at this plate, as he's able to make way of the last 2 Indy hitters, put them in a big old 0-2 spot.
So Roberts behind, and a 2-strike count with 2 away. Rodarte with a slight lead off first, not really showing any signs of a steal here. We'll see if he's aggressive. 0-2. Upstairs, went fastball there.
Rodarte has a good secondary lead. Not really showing any signs of stealing, though, and being more conservative on the base paths.
1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another good breaking ball from Josiah Patterson. And he works around the 1-out single. So nothing comes across for Indianapolis in the first. White Sox Nike RBI to bat for the first time when you come back on the Windy City Sports Network. We're inside Curtis Granderson Stadium, and we're entering the bottom of the first. And the White Sox Nike RBI team to bat for the first time. Isaac Ochoa, the center fielder, to lead things off. And man, he made a spectacular catch to get that crucial second out there in the top of the first.
Yeah, what an amazing grab by Isaac Ochoa there. And we're going to see on the opposite side of things his defense already on display early on in this game. We'll see what he does with this bat.
Jacob Schwartz, right-handed pitcher from the third base side of the rubber. The 0-1. Just missed off the plate, and the count evens out. Defense for Indianapolis, Kendall Burt Hem from left to right. Lamb Hutchinson, Rodarte Atkinson is the infield from third to first. Roberts behind the dish. And receives a 2-1 fastball there.
Fun fact about Isaac Ochoa is that he bats right but throws left.
You'll see that the opposite way most of the time.
Yeah, usually, most time the opposite way. This time though, as for all the other batters on this roster, most of them bat right, with Antonio Porterfield in the
swinging a high fly ball deep left field, headed towards the corner. It's a fair ball for Ochoa. Kendall struggles to pick it up there in the left field foul pole. And Ochoa's got himself a leadoff double for White Sox Nike RBI.
Man, what a powerful swing by Ochoa there. He's able to push that ball out into the left field corner. Able to easily get in the second, cruise on in.
So now Blake Ragsdale will come on up, runner on second base. This is a White Sox Nike RBI offense and team as a whole who comes in to this ball game with a run differential of plus 47. First pitch, good curve, just missed off the plate. They've scored 51 runs across the 4 pool play games.
Yeah, and across the 4 pool play games, you're already able to see how much of heavy hitters the Chicago White Sox team has, all the way from their top of the lineup to the bottom of the lineup.
Hard hit, ground ball left side, through for a base hit. Ochoa's getting the green light. Kendall's throw to the plate is up the line. Going to second is Ragsdale. There was no one there to cover the base. And that's going to be an RBI single for Blake Ragsdale. And White Sox Nike RBI strikes first here in the regional final.
A great piece of contact there by Blake Ragsdale. He's able to ground it into that gap. Left fielder throws it a little bit up the line, right in front of the catcher's plate. Coach at third is able to see that and signify for Ochoa to go all the way from second to home.
J.R. Mackmore. He's the DH and the home run derby champion in the junior division from Thursday night. Hit 2 home runs. He was the only player in the derby to even hit a home run in the junior division. He steps up. No one out here in the bottom of the first inning. And already a run across for Chicago. Snap throw, and he throws it away. But Ragsdale decides to stay put at second. That could have been disastrous there for Jacob Schwartz.
Yeah, some good piece of backup there by Kievion Burt. He's able to make sure that the ball doesn't travel all the way to the end of the center field wall. Cause some chaos for the Chicago White Sox.
1-1, look at here. Ragsdale caught that he's been sleeping, and he slides into third safely with a delayed stolen base.
Some real good heads-up base running right there. Indy already sleeping a little bit as Ragsdale is able to take advantage, go from second to third with such quick speed he has on display.
1-1. Mackmore laces that one to left field. That drops in front of Kendall for a base hit. Trotting in to score is Ragsdale, and it's 2-0 Chicago on the RBI single from J.R. Mackmore.
Mackmore again displaying just how smooth of a swing he has. Showing off that power as he's able to just line it on in to left field.
First 3 guys have all reached base for Chicago. All of them with a hit. Two of them have already come around to score. As Michael Watson Jr., the second baseman, will wait. But first, many of the minds out there on the bump.
And if you're a coach right now talking with your pitcher, of course, the location of it is right there. The Chicago White Sox just have such a good display of hitting. So you kind of look at the situation, possibly place the ball a little bit up high, try and have the hitters roll over a little bit and get more so of that ground ball instead of those line drives that the past three hitters have really gotten.
So the mound visit is over. Runner on first now for Michael Watson Jr., second baseman today. Ten's brother Rice, class of 2027. Schwartz out of the stretch, and the first pitch is pop foul off the press box.
Almost a good snag by the fan, but it just hits their good old Stanley instead. Ricochets off of that.
Check down the runner, and safe there at first is Mackmore. No one. And Stout.
Schwartz on that pitch just leaks out a little bit while the ball goes more so outside onto the right-hand corner, or left-hand corner, excuse me.
Foul back. Schwartz in Indianapolis still in search of that first out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, what I like about Schwartz's approach up at the bump now, he's able to kind of throw a little bit less velocity, as you've been seeing a lot of these hitters hit a lot of these fastballs. So some less velocity, trying to get that double play ball, trying to have them roll over a little.
This is down and out. Another off-speed pitch there from the right-hander. Mackmore after the RBI single, still on first. Conservative lead over there. Being held on there by Atkinson, the first baseman for Indianapolis. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No one out here in the first. Schwartz from the third base side of the rubber comes home. Runner on the move. Pitch upstairs. Throw down to second base is on line. Tag out. Roberts with a beautiful throw. And Mackmore is caught stealing for the first out.
A great throw by Roberts there. You see Mackmore, he takes a little bit more of a lead. You say, Kevin, that he was going to be a bit more conservative, but on that last pitch, the 2-2, he's able to get more off of the base, and that's when you kind of know as a catcher he's going to be stealing.
3-2. That's ball 4, and Watson works a walk. So now let's see how that caught stealing comes back to play here. Jordan Colbreth, he's in left this morning for Chicago. They'll check down the runner and back in there with a dive.
And this Indianapolis team, especially with runners on bags, having a lot of pick plays, making sure to keep them close and not steal as often on them.
On the move for second, pitches a strike. Throw down there from Roberts again is not in time, as Watson gets his right foot in there for a stolen base.
And Watson able to get a really good jump off of that one. He's off to the races as soon as the pitcher just goes off on his ball.
No balls and a strike. That one gets Colbreth right in the leg. So first and second with one away now for the White Sox Nike RBI side.
Now you're kind of thinking if that steal earlier in the game was really worth it, as cost them an out, but also still leaves third unoccupied.
There you go, that force there with Miles Broom, their catcher, stepping in for the first time. Broom also attends Brother Ice out of, and he's a Flossmoor, Illinois native. As time is called. Flossmoor, south suburb of Chicago. About 40-ish minute drive from downtown. Spin throw, and that one gets away. And now here goes Watson trying to go for third. Burt's throw in there is up the line. Heads up base running by Colbreth, sees him take second on the throw.
A really great heads-up base running by both White Sox players as they're able to advance another 90 feet. It's a good effort by Schwartz, but it just leaks out. It gets thrown into the outfield. Burt with another nice play to back them up. He does his best effort to try and throw it to third, but it's just up the line a little.
Miles Broom takes that one for a strike. Oh, no one misses high. Broom trying to build onto this early Chicago lead. 2 runs across, but I'm sure they'd love the crooked number here in the first.
Yeah, definitely would love the crooked number. I mean, Broom kind of thinking about his last name a little bit, maybe trying to sweep Indy already.
Yeah, they have to. That's the closest one out on the senior team has to win. Indy, really impressive first 2 games and an impressive 4th game yesterday. They had a game in which just looked at points they struggled to wake up to. That Milwaukee game yesterday at 9 a.m. at the senior level. Here's the 1-2 to Broom. Swinging a fly ball left field. Kendall racing over to his left. He makes the catch. Tagging from third is Watson. His throw is way late. And Chicago tacks on one more. Broom with a sac fly to make it 3-0.
Yeah, great piece of contact by Broom there. Nothing else you can do in that situation. Good sac fly as the Sox are able to tack on another here and just keep on building that crooked number.
So here's Jameer Scott. The right fielder is the 7th batter to step into the batter's box in this first inning for the White Sox program. 2 away with Colbreth on second.
And if you're Schwartz right now, you're just focusing on the batter already with 2 outs.
Hard hit ground ball left side. Nice snack there by Lamb at third. Long throw. It's high, but a nice job by Atkinson to hold the bag. And that will end the inning. But White Sox Nike RBI strike first and strike with 3. They're up by that many on the Windy City Sports Network. We're in the top of inning number 2. It's 3-0 White Sox Nike RBI. And the first pitch is hit in the air to center field. Ochoa makes a nice run underneath it for the out. That was off the bat of Caleb Lamb. He's the third baseman for Indianapolis. And just like that, one pitch, one away. So, Kayvon Burt, the center fielder, takes that one just above the hands for a ball. Burt, another Anderson High School product from Anderson, Indiana, class of 2026. As it's a 1-1 count. Now the lineup, Patterson fires. Downstairs. Good first inning for White Sox Nike RBI. They had a chance to add on a couple of more, and I know it's a 3-run hole right now, the Indianapolis, but you gotta take it considering how it started, right?
Yeah, take it considering how it started with already those 3 hits off of the first 3, and from that point on, I mean, they were able to be well defensively. And Indy was able to only give up 3 on that.
That's ball 4, and Burt works a walk. Second consecutive inning in which the second batter for Indianapolis has reached base after the leadoff man Lamb was retired. Here's Caden Hutchinson. He's at short for Indianapolis.
And if you're Indy in this batter's box, you're trying to capitalize off of back-to-back innings with the second player on being able to reach first. You just have to build upon that. Possibly being more aggressive on the base pass can help you as well.
Strike 1 there to Hutchinson on a fastball. Jump throw, and a nice play by Patterson, nearly getting him. Quick tag was applied there from Porterfield. Had him leaning, and it caroms away, but not far enough for Burt to take second. Porterfield and Patterson working to hold on Burt. Speedster center fielder for Indy.
Yeah, definitely a speedster, as you have to make sure rhythm-wise as you're on the bump to keep him close on the bag.
Bopped him up in the air left center as Colbreath lays claim to it for out number 2.
Some really good communication there, as Ochoa and Colbreath are able to talk things out. Colbreath coming down with the ball. And that's the thing within defense, you have to always communicate. Over these last 8 games that we've seen, there's been some times where you have those mental errors. Lots of people.
Had him leaning, and he's just able to get back in there, as you were saying, though.
Yeah, lots of people just falling, or many errors, and that can cost you a game, as we've seen throughout this tournament. So communication is really key in that outfield.
His time is called. Brandon Hem, he's in right field. It's ball 1. Count to him. Runner expands his lead as Patterson fires a fastball in there, 1-1. And they call balk. So now the first runner in scoring position today for Indianapolis. Let's see if they're able to capitalize with 2 away. Infield slightly shifted towards the pull side of Hem.
Yeah, Patterson there comes set, then breaks his set, also notifying the umpires of it being a balk. Trying to get the lead runner. Already with 2 outs, it's just time to focus on that batter. Trying to limit any signs of damage for this White Sox and for them to just keep on rolling with the heavy hitters that they have.
Will step off and he nearly broke again before he fully stepped off.
Yeah, that's
another balk there.
The runner has Patterson a little rattled here as he's looking on, trying to make sure that he doesn't steal, but back-to-back balks.
I don't get why he's just not focusing on the batter here.
Yeah, especially with those 2 outs, you just have to focus on this batter. But I mean, it's also from the pitcher's mentality. You really don't want anyone running on you.
Well, one hopper to the right side. Watson on the run. Nice play, inning over. So nothing comes of the walk, followed by a couple of balks. And Patterson leaves the runner at third. Home half of the second, up next on the Windy City Sports Network. Antonio Porter field. Ashton Jones in the top of the Chicago lineup here in the last of the second. And the first pitch is cut on and tipped into the mitt there of Roberts for strike one. Chicago in the first 3 runs on 3 hits. They also benefited from 1 Indianapolis error. Warfield playing first today for the Chi Sox. The 0-1. Inside, and that one hits him. Clipped the elbow or the forearm of him. Tough to tell from our angle, but either way, it's a hit by pitch and another leadoff base runner for Chicago.
That's why you wear an elbow guard, especially in those instances. Able to protect him. He'll be feeling fine as he makes his way cruising on into first. Schwartz here, a little bit rattled as you give up the base to the first guy you already face.
Runner fakes the steal on a pitch that Nearly skipped in there. Ashton Jones, the number 9 hole man and the third baseman for this White Sox Nike RBI team. A Homewood Flossmoor product. Strike one. Homewood Flossmoor also school, like I said, we talked about the town of Flossmoor. High school also about 40 minutes outside the city of Chicago if you go south into the suburbs.
Hey, you got a few of these guys from the same high school, a lot of them from Flossmoor, 2 of them from Ogden.
That one's popped foul on a bunt attempt from Jones.
And some other high schools on the south side to notify you about Simeon. A really good baseball and basketball program.
1-2. Jones awaits, and that one misses down and out. Yeah, Porterfield, who's the runner on first right now, attempts Kenwood, a baseball program at the varsity level that won the 2023 city championship. We're runner-ups again this year, and for those who aren't familiar, city championships in Chicago are a big deal here because of how many high schools there are in the city. 2-2. Bounced in there. There goes Porterfield towards second. Roberts' throw bounces in there and into the center field. Nice job by Burt backing up the throw. Otherwise, that could have been disastrous for Indy. Instead, it's just Porterfield advancing on the play, and it's a full count here with no one out.
Yeah, Burt's had to have a lot of work towards him backing up the throw as a lot of them pour out into center field. He's done a really great job at that, eliminating a runner from going any more than 90 feet.
Pops him up left side, and that is out of play. There's the sound effects going that the crowd's really enjoying.
A little bit of some glass shattering. Just a sound effect, though. We have seen that though within definitely the MLB levels.
Yeah, actually, so we are here in the Granderson suite. We take over a suite when we come and do this tournament. So next to us we have the physical press box where tournament staffers, the official scorekeepers, and one of the window panes has been completely shattered. Not this weekend, but was already shattered when we got here. But it's very easy for this damage to come back.
Yeah, it comes straight right at us, but thankfully none of.
This has popped up. And that's going to land in front of us, take a big bounce into a couple of open seats in front of us. That's the thing, though, that if we get one here, it's coming back hard and firm. It's not coming back softly because of the trajectory that it has to have to get over the netting, but low enough to be towards us. It's pretty much going to be a line drive that's coming right towards us here.
Yeah, straight line drive towards us if any baseballs were to come by the press box.
Fastball high, a nice step back there for Ashton Jones. He works a walk, and there's 2 aboard as the lineup card flips over.
As the lineup card flips over, you have to have a meeting with your pitcher and talk things over as the first 3 were able to get on base with some really hard contact. Just making sure that the pitcher and catcher are on the same page. You never want to have anyone crossed up, especially when you already have 2 people on the bags. You have to always make sure that you're on that same page.
So here's Isaac Ochoa, who doubled to lead off the Chicago first. Porterfield on second. Jones, who just walked a moment ago, on first. And Ochoa pops up the bunt. It's a strike 1.
Good old deflection by the good old netting there.
So So 2 free passes have seen White Sox Nike RBI players reach base. Oh, 1. Another bunt. This one's dropped down and it's touched on foul by Roberts, the catcher, and it's 0-2. Interesting strategy here to have the leadoff guy bunt. However, this is an offense that is very much top to bottom. Everyone has a job to do. I don't care if they're the leadoff guy, the cleanup guy, the number 9 guy. You have a job to do up there. That's the belief of this program. As Ochoa now will have to be in fight mode here as the count goes into a 2-strike hole for him. That one misses up and in.
Yeah, it's all business for this White Sox offense, as everybody has a job to do. Sometimes that job is to go ahead and bunt, steal, just power hit. It's all in the coach's mind, and they've been doing a really good job.
Grounded back up the middle. Hutchinson to his left and second for 1 on the first throw, bounces in there. And Ochoa just a little bit too fast, legs that one out, so a fielder's choice. Jones is retired at second, but they're on the corners and only 1 gone.
Yeah, great hustle by Ochoa there as he's able to beat that throw out. Ball doesn't really get to the first baseman in time, so now we have the runners on the corners. And just a sigh of relief if you're the Chicago White Sox there, as you, especially Ochoa, as you think to yourself, man, that could have been a really costly double play.
Run on the move for second, pitches upstairs, throw down will go into second base. The tag there, and they got him. Hutchinson with the tag, and there's 2 away. Ochoa caught stealing at second. Roberts has thrown out 2 batters here in this one already.
What a great arm by Roberts as he's just able to throw it.
So Ragsdale's only opportunity now is to drive in the run with a base hit. The strike is caught on the outside corner. It was a ball on the pitch that Roberts would later throw out Ochoa on. Schwartz working out of the windup, first base side of the rubber. 2 gone in the bottom of inning number 2. 1-1. Clips high on a slider.
Combe Roberts just asking that umpire where exactly it missed on that previous pitch.
Count goes to 3-1.
In these early innings, you're still trying to find that zone and figure it out with the umpire to see where his calls are in order to conduct your pitcher to specifically punch those specific places where it's going to be called.
3-1. Swing and a miss. And big cut there on a fastball in the outer third, and the count goes full.
Yeah, that's a pitch that Ragsdale really wanted. He's very hungry for that one as he takes a big cut, just whips on it.
3-2. Swinging a fly ball to deep left field. Kendall squaring up, makes the catch, and that will end the inning. First 2 guys reach base for White Sox Nike RBI, but neither of them cross. We go to the 3rd inning. It's 3-0 here on the Windy City Sports Network. Welcome back. Top of the third. It's 3-0. White Sox, Nike RBI out in front. No Atkinson, the first baseman, followed by the top of the Indianapolis lineup. And there's a strike. Atkinson. Cuts and misses at that one. 6-1. Class of 2028 from New Palestine High School in Indianapolis. 0-2. Hard hit ground ball, but that's a few feet foul off to the left side.
No Atkinson, he has a lot of power. Able to take some big cuts on the ball.
The lineup, the 0-2. He got him swinging. Beautiful off-speed pitch there from Patterson. And there's out number one.
And Patterson just coming back from that second inning. He's another strikeout. He's patting himself on the back right now as he just keeps wheeling and dealing. Already at 3 strikeouts.
2 of them have been swinging. One of the strikeout victims back in for the second time is Jacob Schwartz. It was the lone looking K in this ball game for Patterson, and he takes that one and looks it at for a strike. Another off-speed pitch there from Patterson. Indianapolis so far, no runs on just 1 hit. The 1. Down and away. And the count evens out. It's an Indy lineup that scored the second most runs of any team in the junior division in this regional. I told you earlier about how the White Sox Nike RBI team had 51. Well, Indy scored 42 runs across 4 games.
Yeah, this definitely seems like a little bit of a different team at the plate in Indy, as they struggle to find and rally to get more than 1 hit. Already in the top of the 3rd inning, Patterson just really good at his command.
And one misses downstairs, it's a walk. I mean, looking at the numbers, like I said, 42 runs across 4 games. That was an average of 10.5 runs per game in this regional. Right now they've been held hitless for a little over 2 1/3, courtesy of Josiah Patterson. In their 3 wins, though, as Rodarte fouls that one off, they averaged a little over 13.5 runs per game in their 3 wins. They open up the tournament putting up 17 against Kansas City Royals Nike RBI. 0-1. Rodarte takes it, it's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, putting up 17 runs in that first game already. It just goes to show you that they are a dominant team and they have been able to rally on. It's just that Patterson today has just been so good at the bump.
On the ground, left side. Jones to second for 1. On the first, not in time. Rodarte legged it out.
The Sox try to turn to Rodarte, make sure that that's not the case. Able to just leg it out.
It's a 5-4 fielder's choice as Caden Kendall comes up with 2 gone and the man on first.
Yeah, Ashton Jones just is able to grab the ball and toss it on over to the second baseman.
One out. On the ground, weakly hit. That's a foul ball. Time is called. As the Indy dugout making some noise. And James, we would normally see in years prior at this Central Regional Tournament. That one misses high. Patterson showing frustration with himself there after that one. The other programs and the other teams in the program would come to whichever field their program mates were playing in. So in years past, we've seen, in the junior game, the senior teams and maybe the softball teams coming here. That's a close play at first. Beautiful throw there over by Patterson. But for the White Sox, that's not the case because their softball team is about a half hour away from playing in the softball championship game against Gary. And their senior team plays next. And Indy, the same thing can be said for them. Their senior team plays next as well.
Yeah, and especially you want to cheer on your fellow teammates, but of course when you have a game that you got to win yourself, you got to make sure that you have that rest, fuel up, and have all the practice time you need in order to win a championship game of your own under the same program. So I'm sure they're still cheering them on, even though they're not here in the stands. They definitely gave them good luck before the game, and I'm sure after the game as well, they'll show their condolences and be just as happy and just talking things over with all of the teammates.
Time is called as Patterson and Broom gets to go to the mound with their coach. 2 guys on and 2 outs here. As Cole Roberts, the catcher, will wait.
So we hear a little bit of Jeopardy. The song being played, of course, that's from the soundtrack of the game show Jeopardy, but you could say that this is also a little bit for the pitcher. They're in jeopardy.
You definitely could. In sticky spot here, tying runs at the plate right now. Time is called by Roberts. Patterson, after a relatively smooth first, with just 1 hit allowed, but immediately got back-to-back putouts to end the inning. Hasn't been smooth sailing for him. Got on and miss. However, he's a strike away from 3 shutout innings here against a really quality offense. Oh-2. Ground ball right side. Watson, the second baseman, shovels it over to the covering Ragsdale, and that will end the inning. Patterson once again gets in a little trouble, but finds a way out of it. We go to the last of the third here on the Windy City Sports Network. Welcome back. 3-0 is the score. White Sox Nike RBI looking to bust it open here. First pitch swinging. J.R. McMore on the ground is short. Hutchinson, a throw across in time for the out. First time the leadoff man has been sent down for the White Sox offense this morning. And Michael Watson will come back up.
Yeah, one pitch by Schwartz as he's able to deliver. McMore with a great piece of contact, but it just goes straight to the shortstop in Hutchinson. He's able to deliver it over for an easy throw to first base, and just like that, Indy is able to collectively get their first out.
Watson walked, later came around to score in the Chicago first. Inning in which they sent 7 guys to the plate, scored 3 times. Strike 1 there. Since that first, though, James, Schwartz has done a solid job so far settling down. He had a couple base runners there in the second, but figured out a way to get out of it.
Yeah, and he's been able to get out of the jams. Of course, he had those 3 runs early on, but, I mean, two great pitchers kind of in a duel as the time goes on with Schwartz giving up that 3-hole, but since then, he's been able to keep a lot of his composure.
Well, one is smacked in the air right side of play.
Watson able to get some decent contact on that. Just a little bit late as he's goes the opposite way.
Good pitch there for our strikeout. Number 1 on the day for Schwartz, and there's 2 gone.
A great command for Schwartz on his breaking ball as it just dips. Watson heads on back to the dugout.
So Jordan Colbreth will step on up, second time for him. Hit by a pitch in the first. Was stranded at second. And the first offering. Missed off the plate. Only 4 hits in this game so far, and all of them came in the first inning.
Yeah, 4 hits in the first inning, and since then, Schwartz able to just be himself and find out what's working for him, what's not. Definitely switch up in pitches. His fastball was definitely getting crushed with those first 3 batters in that first inning, so definitely switch up in some more off speed.
Cut on and miss. There's a strike. And it's 1-1.
Schwartz able to just speed him up a little bit. Colbreth just a little late on that one.
Played on that one as well and got underneath it, and it's 1-2.
And if you're a hitter like Colbreth right now, you're kind of just thinking to yourself, okay, I've been late on the last 2. Might throw me a breaking ball, just sit a little.
He did throw a breaking ball. Just a little bit late on it again.
That's one of those pitches that you just have to fight off. You just, it's a quick reaction, but at the same time, you're just, with it being breaking so much, you gotta slow up your actions to the ball.
Just missed below the zone for fastball. Just the second fastball Schwartz has thrown in this AB. 2 gone, no one on. In the last of the third. One, 2. Or 2-2, I should say. Misses downstairs to go to 3-2.
And right now, you're kind of thinking to yourself, okay, I've gotten the last 2 kind of in the dirt with the fastball, maybe going a little bit higher up.
Goes high up, and he misses upstairs again with a fastball, and it's a 2-out walk there for Jordan Colbreth. He's aboard for the second straight time.
Now you got a person on first. Still have 2 outs, so not a bad sign whatsoever by Watson, by Schwartz there, as he's able to draw in that walk. It's still 2 outs, so you just have to attack this next batter up.
Miles Broom, sac fly his last time up. Takes that one a low and away.
And a little bit of body language from Schwartz there as he trying to find his way to control his fastball and other pitches as well. Don't want to give up as many walks.
Runner on the move for second. Pitch downstairs. Roberts' throw off target. And Colbert has himself a stolen base.
Great speed by Colbert there as he's able to just cruise on in the second. Roberts definitely having to do a lot of work at the dish, especially with these White Sox players stealing as much as possible. A lot of snap throws by him.
2-0. Little blue piece to the right side, going out. That ball is caught. Great catch, Rodarte, the second baseman, helping out his pitcher and taking away a base hit from Broom. We played 3 innings. It's 3-0 White Sox Nike RBI in the 2024 Central Regional Tournament Championship game. Kevin Malater and James Winkin with you here. Top of inning number 4. And Caleb Lamb to lead things off. The third baseman for Indy takes that one downstairs. He's 0 for 1 in this one. Blew out to center field to lead off the second inning. He leads off the 4th here. Patterson's 1-0 is fouled off the protective gear of Miles Broom. And the count evens out. James, we played 3 innings so far. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, 3 innings so far. What we've been thinking is that this has been definitely a pitcher's duel as of lately, with the 3 spot given up and the Sox able to score abruptly. From then on there, it's been zeros across the board. And it's definitely going to need for Indy to get some runs across the board to make this game even closer, as the Sox have just been in the driver's seat ever since.
2-2 now.
Especially with Patterson at that bump. He's got himself in a few jams here and there, especially last inning.
Air strike 3 called outside corner. And strikeout number 4 for Josiah Patterson.
But just like that, I mean, he's throwing a lot of strikes and a lot of strikeouts, already 4 on the day. If he's able to just keep this up, this could be a White Sox game the whole way through.
There's Burt now. walked his last time and only time up. And there's ball one. Popped him up right side. Drifting out is Watson, coming in Ochoa, so is Scott, and with the center fielder Ochoa to make the grab, and there's two gone.
And Ochoa already covering so much ground in center field, as you always need to do. He had an amazing diving play in that first inning. Such great speed out there.
Aiden Hutchinson now is the last hope in the Indianapolis fourth inning. Popped him up over the infield. Ragsdale says he has it and he drops it.
And Ragsdale is so nonchalantly with that baseball. He thought he had it, and then it just drops immediately out of his glove at the last possible second. It's the thing, you gotta make sure that you're in the spot first and then be able to get under that ball. And usually a little cocky there, only goes with the one-handed snag. Usually fundamental baseball, you're always told with the coaches to go two hands just to secure the ball and end the inning there.
That one's inside, and the first error defensively for White Sox Nike RBI in this one. And as a pitcher, that's just the most, as a former pitcher, I can say that is one of the more infuriating feelings you will get from a pitcher. Let's see, though, how Patterson responds. He comes with 2 balls since the dropped pop up there on the infield.
Yeah, definitely as a pitcher, it kind of messes with your mojo a little bit, as having an error that shouldn't be one in the most general spot. It just causes you to realize, hey, I got to keep going out there when I thought the inning was already going to be over.
2-ball count here to Brandon Hem, the right fielder who grounded out to end the second inning. Make it a 3-ball count as that one bounces in there as well. Good block from Broom back there.
A really great block by Broom, as he's able to just be that brick wall that a lot of catchers are in this tournament. Such a hefty job to lift up, being that pet piece.
Ball 4. So no Atkinson comes on up. 2 gone, 2 on. Self-inflicted wound inning here for White Sox Nike RBI. They still lead 3-0, however.
Yeah, with a good lead here, you don't want it to fall apart for you. It's Atkinson looking to do something.
Yeah, it's a wild pitch. Both runners advance, and that eliminates the force as well. And Broom's going to have a conversation with Patterson.
Yeah, with Patterson throwing a lot of balls, and especially on that last pass ball, you have to go out there and just have him reset. It's one of those moments where, of course, he already thought that this inning was going to be easily over. He has to pitch to a few more guys and finally get an out.
One out. 2 balls and no strikes. He does have first base unoccupied.
Yeah, with a 2-0 count, you're kind of thinking to yourself now, maybe it's best to possibly just leave the guy and into the unoccupied base by giving him a walk.
And this is 3-0. I mean, do you consider walking him at this point now with that base open? You bring back the force?
I think just with that base open, you always want to make sure that that force is in play. So definitely walking him here doesn't hurt him too bad.
Takes a strike. It's the second time you and I have done that, where we talk about walking a guy with a base open and all of a sudden, boom, strike back.
Yeah, usually with it being 3-0, a lot of strikes are called in that pitch.
2.
With the zone being widened up as much as possible.
For 2. That's ball 4, and the bases are full. And the tying run on base here for Indy Nike RBI Jacob Schwartz now, who's the top of the order, comes on up.
Yeah, with Josiah Patterson, you just have to have a little bit of a meeting here, as he's thrown a lot of balls, gotten himself into a troublesome situation that shouldn't have really been the situation that he's in right now. If shortstop is able to corral that baseball and catch it, not make it air.
Patterson's day is done. He got the third out in the inning. His defense just couldn't back him up. We'll take a break. 2 outs, top 4 on WCSN. Christian Lott into the ballgame to pitch. Bases full, and strike 1 to Jacob Schwartz. Lott, 6'2", class of 2026 of Simeon here in Chicago. They're baseball, well known for being a basketball powerhouse nationally. Likes of Derrick Rose, Jabari Parker, just to name a couple. Well, so many more, though, just beyond those two, obviously. But also on the baseball front, they produce a lot of quality baseball players as well.
Yeah, produce a lot of quality baseball players. They have really good basketball program, really good baseball program as well. When I was in high school, I got the opportunity to play against them, and they beat us by a whole lot. It was a really good game. Their pitcher...
That's in there for a strike. It's 3-2.
If I could remember, he kind of had a Johnny Cueto-esque type of movement.
A little shimmy.
And he was definitely quick pitching us as well.
3-2, all the runners on the move. Ground ball back up the middle and through. Hutchinson in. Hem gets the stop sign at third. Nice job there, cutting off, back pick to second. Safe there on the play is Atkinson. And Indy Nike RBI is on the board. RBI single for Jacob Schwartz.
Yeah, a good piece of contact there by Jacob Schwartz as he's able to just shoot it down the middle. And Indy able to go station by station, score one on the board there. And this is definitely becoming a ball game. They keep inching closer and closer to cutting down that lead. 3-1 now.
Rodarte waves at that curveball down and out of the zone.
Chris Lott has such good control at what you want to see out of a guy in the pen. You definitely have those first pitch strikes.
So 0-2 here. 2 away. Rodarte 1 for 2, single, fielder's choice. The pitch. Fouled back. Nice job there staying alive. He went 2 breaking balls. He goes a fastball there on 0-2, trying to get him out.
Yeah, and if you get that fastball there, it definitely switches up the momentum as a batter seeing those 2 breaking balls. You kind of expect that.
0-2. On the ground, that's a fair ball or foul. They called it a foul ball. And I don't think Indy realizes that's a foul ball.
Indy in a little bit of disbelief here. Well, more than a little, a lot of disbelief, as they didn't think that it was a foul ball whatsoever. First base disagreeing and telling the coach of Indy that it is indeed a foul ball, and all of the runners are going to have to come on back to their specific base. As all 3 ducks in the pond thought that they were all going to go home on that one.
So the count remains 0-2. Lott's delivery. He got him. Fastball blew it right by him. And Chicago's out of the jam. We're halfway home. 3-1 the score. White Sox, Nike RBI out in front. Return inside Curtis Granderson Stadium. Ahmad Dunbar Dual pinch hit here for Chicago in place of Jameer Scott Dunbar. Mount Carmel, class of 2027. Schwartz remains in the game to pitch here for Indianapolis. Actually, check that. We have a new pitcher in the ball game. Cole Roberts is pitching here for Indianapolis.
Yeah, and Ahmad Dunbar, he's on the smaller side of the spectrum height-wise, only standing at 5'6". A lot of his counterparts more so in that 5'9" to 6 foot range already. Still some really good contact and a really good swing out of him.
Norris is down and in. They slide Caleb Lamb over to catcher. And Schwartz goes to shortstop. There's a strike. And it's 3-1. And as a result, Hutchinson goes to third. Downstairs, and Ahmad Dunbar off the bench works a walk.
Some great discipline by Ahmad Dunbar there as he just waits for his chance and able to give himself a walk off on first at bat, first pitcher that he faces.
Now, meeting of the minds will happen here. As Antonio Porterfield, the first baseman, awaits for one on first. Your White Sox Nike RBI. You really want to get that run back here. And I guarantee you the guy who really wants to get him back more than anyone is Blake Ragsdale, the shortstop.
Yeah, if anybody wants to get that run back, it's going to be Blake Ragsdale, as he made that unfortunate error in the inning before. So trying to back up his pitcher, back up his team, say, hey, I made a mistake, but I got all of you guys. That's what a lot of baseball players do. They make an error, but they try their best to make up for it later in on the game, and that kind of resets the mentality of a team, and also just resets your mentality as well.
Bounces in there, good block from Lamb.
Great block by Lamb there as he's able to make sure that Dunbar doesn't advance an extra 90 feet.
He drops the bunt down perfectly. Roberts pounces on it. His throw to first is in time to get him. Heads up base running from Dunbar. Sees him get all the way to third on the sacrifice. Great baseball IQ on display here from the White Sox Nike RBI. Bottom half of the order here in inning number 4.
Yeah, Dunbar already on his horse to second base and then sees that third base is unoccupied. He's able to get on quickly to third base and make sure that the White Sox are close enough to redeeming themselves from that one that they gave up in the top half of the 4th.
So now Ashton Jones stands in. The number 9 hole hitter who worked a walk his last time up. Takes that one down and in. One out. Popped him up. Right side and foul ground. Roberts has it go in and out of his mitt for a foul ball.
Roberts kind of walks down with his head low as he knows that that one was so catchable. He's got to just make sure that his head is high and his body language is very positive, as that can be very demeanoring towards the later outcome of this inning.
On. Pops up the bunt. It is a foul ball.
That when ever so close to being fair, it goes on the line and rolls foul by about maybe 2 to 3 centimeters, as if.
So 1 ball, 1 strike count with 1 away. The 1-2. Hard hit ground ball left side. Hutchinson will take the sure out at first. RBI ground out there for Ashton Jones, and it's 4-1.
And if you're the White Sox right now, you're not complaining about that whatsoever. You're able to redeem yourself and get that one that you gave up in the top half of the fourth, excuse me. Able to cushion yourself and give yourself that 3-run lead that you had earlier.
Top of the order with two-way, Isaac Ochoa. Reached on fielder's choice, doubled back in the first and scored a run.
Yeah, this guy has a lot of heavy hitting, as we've seen on display already at the top of the first. He's looking to do some more damage.
1-0. Ochoa fouls it off.
Just a little late on that one. This gets a little bit of a tip of the bat, nothing really square on it.
Walking it back. Apologies for the brief technical difficulties. 4-1 the score. The 2-1. That one taken for a strike.
Yeah, and if you're Roberts right now, you just got to focus on this batter. It's one of those situations, of course, you got a runner on scoring position, but you already got those 2 outs, 2 strikes. It's just about pounding that zone right now.
Runner coming home, and he's safe. Wild pitch, and it's 5-1.
Ochoa just off to the races all the way from second. He knew that he was going to steal third and then sees the wild pitch, takes advantage of it on the way home. Rest up a little bit, catch his breath. Probably need some water as well after just that amazing running ability that we were seeing on display.
All right, strike 3. So that will end the inning. 5-1 the score here on the Windy City Sports Network. Gavin Malater here with James Winkin, top of inning number 5. White Sox Nike RBI, 2 huge insurance runs in the last half inning of play as Caden Kendall takes that one for a ball.
Yeah, some really good insurance runs by the White Sox RBI team, especially as you saw. A really great base running by Ochoa as he's able to grab that second insurance run. Cushioning for the White Sox as they're able to grab a 5-1 lead now.
So 2 balls and 1 strike is the count. 2-2 now.
Christian Lott, his command has been really there. He got him. There was a little bit of a jam, of course, in that last inning. Able to get called into relief. A few strikeouts already.
That's back up the middle on a line and down for a base hit. Caden Kendall, a 2-strike leadoff single here to start the 5th.
Caden Kendall able to battle. He makes some really great contact, just dumps it into the shallow center field, going over second base. Get himself a leadoff single.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Roberts has gone 0 for 2 in this one. He has struck out and he has reached on a fielder's choice. 1-1. Christian Lott doing a good job so far in relief.
I just want to say also just a great block by Broom there. Almost got away from him.
Another one again. He's been really good back there defensively.
Yeah, that's what the White Sox need. I mean, if you have someone in that backstop behind the dish able to corral all these baseballs, he's there, does it again.
One is in the dirt, nearly gets away. It kicks off the leg of the runner, Kendall, and into left center. He stands on second with a advancement there on the wild pitch. And it's 2-1.
Of course, Lott has to find his control a little bit. Broom, though, is 3 pitches that could have been passed balls, able to just stand in front of him. Of course, gives up the base and hits in the second.
Ball there for the walk. First 2 are aboard here in the Indy 5th.
He's just been such a brick wall.
So Caleb Lamb, 0 for 2 showing for him.
There's a great fastball by Lott there down the middle of the pipe.
One misses downstairs.
Trying to get a little bit of that down and in corner. I'm sure he's trying to get Lamb in on the hands a little bit, as well as get a little under and pop up.
It's 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and the count evens out.
Well, Scott's kind of had that control and shot it down the middle. Those past two that he's had, good strikes.
On the ground at third, Jones has the runner hung up there. He tags him out. Everyone else is safe, so fielder's choice for Lamb. But more importantly, White Sox Nike RBI get the lead runner.
Yeah, they get the lead runner there. Jones kind of freezes up. Of course, he has only one play to do with getting Kendall out. He's able to get him out easily and then realizes that he wouldn't have really been able to make that throw to Lamb.
We have on Burt Grounds that one up the middle. Ragsdale shovels the second for one. The turn to first, low and kicks away, but it kicks in front of Porterfield. So if it's in a kick away from a defender, you much rather have that happen right there, where at least the ball's in front of him. That prevents the run from going to third. 2 gone.
Yeah, Porterfield just uses his glove, just pounces on that baseball that's in the dirt. Able to make a really great effort at picking it and push it in front of him instead of it sailing all the way in the back and being an overthrow. Could have been costly for the Sox there.
So here's Caden Hutchinson. Flew out to left. Reached on an error and scored Indianapolis' only run in this ballgame. Was back with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Strike 1 on the fastball.
And even though Lott has gotten some contact on his pitches, you kind of assume that he's going to go a lot with that fastball and try and get it over that plate.
Runner faked it, didn't end up going. That's Bird over there at first. Hutchinson had a slide over to third after the pitching change, so Cole Roberts moved from behind the dish to the mound. Roberts is the runner on third, runner on the move for second, pitches on the ground to third. Jones up with it, throw across the diamond. Is in time. Porterfield came off the bag but reestablished possession of it after securing the baseball, and that will do it for the Indianapolis 5th. They strand 2 runners aboard. We go to the last of the 5th on the Windy City Sports Network. Bottom of the 5th. 5-1, Chicago on top. And J.R. McMore takes that one upstairs. 3-4-5 do it for White Sox Nike RBI.
Yeah, some really great display of hitting already, especially in that 3-4-5 spot. You have the heart of the lineup up. It's definitely going to be a battle for Indy.
And McMore, an RBI single back in the first to knock in the game's second run. White Sox team that had the first 5 batters reach base safely. As McMore takes that inside, it's 2-2.
The pitch before is a really great breaking ball by Roberts there. So McMore just kind of stares in awe.
Swing and a miss. Good curve there from Roberts.
Yeah, and he's had that really working for him in his slate when he's been on the bump. He's using it a lot to his advantage and causing these White Sox players to struggle a little bit with the bats.
So now Michael Watson Jr. will come on up. Struck out his last time at the dish. Walked and scored and run back in inning number 1 as that fastball misses high. Roberts in his second inning of work after 3 innings from the starter Jacob Schwartz. Joe. And therefore strike.
You know, Watson Jr. stands at 6 foot 0 inches, really tall, and that's what you really want at the plate, especially in that heart of the lineup.
3-1 is the count. As another fastball misses. Watson on the precipice of walking for the second time in this one. Now the lineup, Roberts delivers. Swinging a ground ball towards third in about a couple of hops. Hutchinson slings it across, and it's there for the out.
Yeah, great throw by Hutchinson there. He's able to corral that baseball, takes a few steps, shoots it on the first, and it's another out.
Colbreth back up. Hit by pitch and a walker. His 2 plate appearances so far, so officially still 0 for 0 in this one. Hasn't faced Roberts yet, though.
Still 0 for 0, searching for his first hit of the day.
Downstairs and away. And Colbreth has been stranded at second both times he's reached base. Now the windup, the 1-0. Fastball again misses high.
It's kind of like for him, if you're looking at a highlight reel, you just press a replay button, and it's what he's had these past 2 times, 2 walks and stranded on second. He's looking for something a little bit out of the ordinary and hopefully in the positive side of things. So definitely looking for a base hit and maybe even score a run here.
2-1 with 2 away. Yes. Lamb had trouble squeezing that one. Gorgeous Sunday morning here in Chicago, Illinois. One of only 2 baseball games in the tournament, Championship Sunday, as that one's tipped into the mitt there of Lamb. Winner of this one punches their ticket to the RBI World Series in Vero Beach, Florida, aka Dodgertown.
Yeah, and whoever is going to go there, it will be an amazing time for them, as Dodgertown is a beautiful sight to see, and especially Florida.
White Sox Nike RBI, they were victorious in the Central Regional Final the last 2 years. They walked off the Cubs program in 2022 last year. Won pretty handily against Indianapolis. On the move for second, pitch is high. Throw down to second base, soft line. And give Colbreth a stolen base. And a runner in scoring position with 2 away now for Miles Broom.
So Colbreth again at second, again with a walk. Looking to not be stranded there, though. Or it might just be a time for a triple replay.
One-0, runner breaks for third, pitches down and in, and Lamb couldn't find the handles on that baseball. Another stolen base for him.
Yeah, Roberts just throws it to Lamb. Lamb, unfortunately, not able to secure the baseball.
That's back foul, and it's 2-1.
Just pops right out of his glove, and not able to do anything with it. So
2-1. In there for a strike.
on the bright side, Colbreth now at third, so you can say that he's not going to be stranded at second for the the third time. So hopefully he's able to get in with a run up here from Broom.
2-2 with 2 away. Hard hit, but just foul left to the back of third.
Yeah, that ball just tails a little bit to the left. Foul territory. Broom was trying to get that between the third base and the third baseman in that oh so little gap.
Two. Downstairs, and that's ball 3.
Colbreth a little bit jittery, hustling his way back to third, making sure that he's not thrown out there. It's definitely a heads-up play. You got to always be heads up at third base.
Inside, that's strike 3 called on the fastball. So they strand the runner at third. We go to the 6th, 5-1. Chicago leads. That one's chipped into the mitt there. Off the bat of Brandon Hem. 8-9, top of the order for Indianapolis. Down to their final 6 outs in this regional. As Christian Lott is firing strikes left and right now with 0-2.
Yeah, Christian Lott already 0-2 count. Able to get his command back.
Got him looking. Fastball frozen, 1 gone.
He's just been firing that fastball as hard as possible. Able to get the first out easily there.
So now no Atkinson. Comes on up, 0 for 1 for walk. Pop up, and a play right side.
Just a little late on that fastball by Christian Lott. That's where you got to start a little bit early, and it's all with the batting stances as well. That definitely comes into play. How you load, how you approach, if it's an open stance, closed stance. You see Atkinson has a close stance.
Strike 2 on the fastball again from Lott.
Lott just keeps wheeling and dealing here.
1-2 downstairs. And you talk about the closed off stance, Atkinson's feet right along the turf chalk line there in the batter's box.
Yeah, he comes a little bit closer to the plate.
Drop to third on a couple of hops for Jones. Easy throw for rep number 2 here in the 6th.
A really good play there by Jones. The ball just trickles on to his glove as he's able to hustle and shoot it to first. And an easy out there.
So now Jacob Schwartz comes up. 2 gone here in the top of the 6th inning. Schwartz working on a 1-for-2 showing with an RBI. Good curve, strike 1.
The difference between Atkinson and Schwartz has a little bit of that open stance, as you're saying, Kevin. Atkinson really comes closer to the plate.
Nothing against you as he fans on that one. All right, ready? Here's the pitch. Fouled off.
Just able to stay alive. As Lott is just looking to make sure to park everybody into their own spots.
0-2. Good block. Broom gobbled that one up. That's what you want when there's runners on base.
Yeah,
on base right now.
Even if there's no runners on base, Broom just does an amazing job, and it's a good repetition by him.
Weekly hit the short, charging his Ragsdale throw on the run across his body. It's beautiful and in time to get him. 3 up, 3 down for Christian Lott out there. We go to the last of the 6th on the Windy City Sports Network. All math of inning number 6, bottom of the lineup due up here for Chicago. Ahmad Dunbar, the right fielder, came off the bench, grounds that one foul off of third.
Just a little early on that pitch. He's looking to get some good old contact here.
Oh, 1. Squares pulls it back, and it's a right decision there.
Yeah, very smart decision there as he sees that ball sailing up and over. Just pulls it back quickly.
Scott's lone trip to the dish was a walk in the 4th because that's when he came off the bench. Later came around to score on the Ashton Jones RBI ground out. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball.
A really good piece of pitching right there. Dunbar isn't able to get contact with the ball there.
Take, and the count goes full. Roberts has done a good job settling down the defense and settling down Indianapolis. 2 runs across against him so far. And it's a very potent offense as Dunbar fouled it off. We mentioned towards the beginning of our show this morning, White Sox Nike RBI entered this ball game averaging 10.5 runs per game in pool play. Popped up, out of play. We'll do it again.
Yeah, the White Sox definitely, they have their heavy hitters on display, especially today. Having a 5 spot for them.
Swing a fly ball to the opposite field. Hem, the right fielder, camps and has it drop in front of him for a base hit. I don't know, maybe if he lost it for a moment or what happened out there, but either way, Dunbar has himself a leadoff knock here in the 6th.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what Hem saw there. I mean, we have seen over this tournament a lot of players, especially in right field, lose the baseball because of the sun. Not too sure if that's a factor there, if he was just easing up and see if he camped under it a little bit too far and kind of paused up there, letting the ball drop about 5 to 10 feet in front of him. We've seen on display already some really great speed by Dunbar. We'll see what he does on the base paths now.
Dunbar didn't need to attempt a stolen base because of how good the team defense was. He's on the move there. That pitch bounces away. No one's covering third. However, Dunbar decides to hang up.
Yeah, it just eases up as he gets to second. I feel like he possibly could have won that foot race, but just decides to just be conservative on those base paths, only taking 1 bag instead of the 2.
Another ball that bounces in there on the turf. Waterfield wanting to bunt, wanting to drop a sacrifice down. Dunbar's speed. You start to wonder if maybe they try, a hidden, instead of a hidden run, a hidden bunt.
Yeah, I think that's what the Sox are kind of going for here with Dunbar's speed. He's already at second base. He can get to home pretty easily, cause a lot of chaos with a bunt here. So the Indies defense has to be on their toes, maybe a little bit of crashing from the first baseman. Third base, of course, has to occupy because of Dunbar at second.
3-0 count, still no one out. Waterfield watches that one go in for a strike.
Yeah, Porterfield there, just no attempt at the bunt, no attempt needed. When you have that 3-0 count, you just kind of chill out and give that ball in the pitcher's hands. And
spin into the pick play. Yeah, back in there with a dive is Dunbar.
Dunbar just very heads up, always around the base pass as he is.
3-1, Dunbar on the move, pitches away for a ball, throw down at third. Not in time, a stolen base, and they're on the corners. Now let's see what happens here. Porterfield initially think he was sprinting and headed towards second. He stops up though at first. So they're on the corners here for White Sox, Nike RBI, and no one gone.
Yeah, some great piece of running there by Dunbar as he's able to just glide on into third base. Porterfield did a really good job at going from first, just looking on in to see if Indies kind of slow up and possibly stealing second.
Ashton Jones is the hitter. The infield coming together. 5-1 game. White Sox not care about 3 outs away defensively from a victory here.
Yeah, 3 outs away from a victory, and you're just cushioning yourself to get more runs on the board. Indy, of course, they still have a chance, but it's going to be very hard with them in that top of the 7th frame. They're trying not to give up any more runs more than needed. So this is the last pieces of the puzzle before it's solved to figure out who our champion in this junior division is. And from the picture that's getting sorted out, it's looking to be the Chicago White Sox.
Ashton Jones, RBI in this one, walk in this one, drops the bunt down, suicide squeeze. That ball is rolling and it's a foul ball. Roberts waited till the last possible moment and saw that the little crevice between the baseball and the chalk to touch it. And everyone coming on back.
Yeah, smart play by Roberts there as he just plays the waiting game with the baseball. We've seen some players actually go down flat on their knees and just blow on the ball, just making sure that it goes foul. That one, no need for the wind whatsoever. So he just plays a waiting game. Everybody reverts back to their bases.
Whereas the bunt, he pulls it back. And it's 1-1.
Jones hit a really good piece of that ball when he bunted it. It's just fortunate that it rolled foul.
1-1 runner breaks for second. That slider misses away. And Porterfield stands up.
Porterfield, I'm sure, is looking down on that breaking ball. He was already off for the races. Ashton Jones doesn't contest the ball whatsoever. He just waits on for it, looking for a strike here to make some contact of any sort as there's 2 runners in scoring position.
2-2.
A good piece as that one gets the outer side of the plate.
Now the lineup right up, fires. That one nearly gets the helmet of Jones, and it's ball 4. So the bases are full with the top of the order up. This is where it could get dangerous. This is where White Sox Nike RBI can really put this one away.
Yeah, they could definitely put this one away. You got ducks on the pond right here, top of the order. And you already know what that top of the order has already done, especially in this bottom half of the first. So
Ochoa's reached all 3 times. He gets jammed, but pops that one up short left center. Burt charges in, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Dunbar. His throw is up the line. Dunbar retreats and heads back. And so it's the first down of the frame, and no one's able to advance.
yeah, Ochoa gets jammed there. A little bit of a bloop shot out into center field. Dunbar doesn't really have a chance at even tagging up. He tries it and then realizes that it's way too shallow for him to even risk it. With the lead being 5-1, you're already realizing that it's not worth it at this specific time with already there being only 1 out. So you just wait. You're just making sure that you're able to score at least 1 here and have the White Sox get some more insurance runs.
That's a wild pitch. Runner coming for the plate, and it's 6-1.
There's the pitch that Dunbar wanted to capitalize his stealing ability on. Roberts just kind of dumps it all the way out, and no blockage by the catcher there, so Dunbar able to securely score. White Sox able to build up on their lead, and it kind of just keeps going into their favor.
Fly ball left center field. That one splits the gap. Blake Ragsdale comes through. 1 run in. Jones right behind him. Ragsdale on his way for third. It's a bases clearing triple. And White Sox Nike RBI have blown it open here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, Burt tries to grab that ball, but it just eats him up alive and pounces over his shoulder with it hitting the turf. He has to retreat all the way back, throw it in as fast as possible. As Ragsdale is able to get himself a standing aboard triple, drive in all the rest of the people on base. A really great piece of contact by him, and he's having himself a day.
Now misses, or fouled back, I should say. 0-1.
And Mackmore trying to look for something to swing at. As you know, he has a really great display of power, being in the junior home run derby and being the only one to have a homer in that home run derby.
Was behind the batter.
If you guys have been keeping track of this tournament and of the home run derby, Mackmore had 2 home runs. Amazing display of power, both of them going over the left field fence. Into the bullpen over there.
Popped him up left side. Hutchinson lays claim to it, and that's the 2nd out.
He just gets under that one. It's just a bloop shot up. Now Michael Watson Jr. White Sox are just trying to get even more runs on the board. It's just a huge display of hitting as they're already cushioning their lead 8-1 and look to close things out in the top frame of the 7th. It's also helped out with the bats. They've also helped out with a lot towards Christian Lott, as he gets a lot of rest and hopefully able to close out this top frame of the 7th.
Two-one. Watson lays off that one. It's 3 balls and 1 strikes. First of 3 games today here on the Windy City Sports Network family of channels, and the final time the Central Regional Tournament is here in Chicago. That's ball 4, and Watson works a walk. Softball currently going on in WCSN 2. The White Sox program have their representative there. And the first-year team, Gary Nike RBI, got the #1 seed, so they're the home team in that final.
Yeah, just a huge congratulations, excuse me, to Gary, Indiana on their softball team grabbing that 1 seed.
Gordon Colbreth swings first pitch and pops it foul out of play. Whenever this final out happens here in the bottom of the 6th, Chicago is 3 outs away from another regional championship at the junior level here in Chicago. They would have been a clean sweep of the 3 in Chicago. Ground ball, fair ball, sliding to Aeneas Hutchinson. He gets back up. His throw to first, not in time. RBI infield single, Jordan Colbreth, and it's 9-1.
A great piece of contact by Jordan Colbreth as Hutchinson gets down to his knees. He slides in for the ball, throws it to first, but it's just not in time. Colbreth just beats him by about 0.3 of a second.
And Miles Broom is about at the weight as time is called. First and second here for Chicago with 2 outs, and this might be all for Roberts. It is. So Indy goes to the bullpen. We'll go to a break. Bottom of the 6th here on the Windy City Sports Network. Welcome back, new pitcher, both runners on the move. As that one misses, that one gets called for a strike, but dropped by the catcher Lamb. Gabriel Darte on to pitch here. For Chicago, or for Indianapolis, I should say. That one misses down and away. Both runners advancing. Rodarte comes in from second base. Well, Roberts slides in his spot.
Yeah, and if you're Rodarte up in the bump right now, all you need to do is just ease in and just make sure you throw some strikes.
A sinking line drive to left that drops in for a base hit. Watson in to score. Colbreth right behind him. A 2 RBI single there for Miles Broom. The Sox have batted around. It's 11-1, and that's going to do it. Chicago White Sox Nike RBI are on their way back to the RBI World Series down in Florida. And in the 3 years Chicago has hosted the Central Regional Tournament, the team from the south side of Chicago wins all 3 junior titles.
Yeah, props to the Chicago White Sox junior RBI team as they're able to just show off their dominant force of their bats. As for Indianapolis, really great display of their usage of bats as well, as they're able to try and force themselves out of here, but it was a really great display by both teams.
So that's going to do it for us. Your final score, Chicago White Sox 11, Indianapolis 1. Stay tuned to our social media, but in about half an hour or so, we'll have first pitch between Chicago White Sox and Indianapolis in the Nike RBI Senior Baseball Central Regional Tournament Final. You can catch that game if you're in Chicago on the Marquee Sports Network app. If you're out of market, stay tuned to our YouTube channel. For James Lincoln, I'm Kevin Malater. Well, thank you so much for watching.